We never land cause we stay fly. I'ma be a bitch for life.
Hi, and welcome back to episode 4 of the Caribbean Confessions podcast. I'm your host, Tamika, and I have a lot on the agenda for us today. But first, I want to say thank you to each and every person who's been messaging me, who's been reaching out, who's been just communicating with me through the links on my Instagram. I want to thank you so much because it took a lot of courage for me to even start this podcast, and we already on episode 4. So I want to thank you so much. Please, 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 please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay, so I will be starting a Patreon podcast also. So the stuff that I'm not allowed to say on TikTok or on YouTube will be said on Patreon. They have 2 tiers. One tier is $3. Listen, bear me. My tripod too tall to put on my table, and I ain't want face that way. I want y'all see all inside my mother house. But anywho's, the first tier is $3.99. Tier 2 is a little bit more advanced. You get a lot more with tier 2, and tier 2 is $7.99 a month. By the time this video comes out, I'll be ready to launch my Patreon. That being said, let's get into the episode. So a question that I got yesterday that was, yes, outside is hot. And as you can see, I'm not in the regular background that I was in for the past 3 videos. I'm home in Barbados. So outside hot. So the question that I have gotten last night that really made me said, "Oop, I want to save this for the podcast. I'm not going to reply to this. I can save this for the podcast." The question was, do you have an opinion on what we can do to change the way society sees women? Right? And when I saw that, I was like, ooh, I kind of get what you're trying to establish there. Now, I am one for body positivity, confidence, because as you can see, I'm a bigger woman. So I am so for loving yourself, don't care what nobody have to say about you. Do what you gotta do for yourself. But sometimes we just be a little bit too overconfident. Because it's alright to be confident and know yourself and love yourself, but it's also to know when and where. And sometimes I find that women don't know when and where. Some women don't know when and where. Like, for instance, me and my girls going out, I can be ratchet with my girlfriends. I going out with my co-workers, I can get on the same way I just get on with my co-workers, with my actual home friends or my actual friends. So I just feel like if we will learn to know when and where to do things and know how to carry ourselves, maybe it will change society ways of how to look at women. Because, like, for instance, I was working at this fast food place, and like obviously it's a fast food place, so you're not gonna really put on you expensive stuff or nothing, but you still want to look respectable because you still going to work. All right. They had this girl that was working with us, and a day she came to work, and her hair was done, and like the boss was like, "Oh, your hair looks so nice, whatever, whatever." And then the next following week, her hair was done in a net style. So the rest was like asking, she like, oh, you feel you going on a runway show, or you feel you going nice? You know, the girl telling the girl saying no, because just because I work in here don't mean that I got to carry myself like I working in a fast food restaurant. Just because I working in a fast food restaurant don't mean that I have to carry myself that way. And it was like, you know what? You so right. Just because you work in somewhere don't mean you gotta look pop down the same way the places look. So women need to respect themselves more. Yeah, women need to respect themselves more and carry themselves in a way that you don't care what nobody think, but it's still respectable to yourself. Because really, truly, that's why a lot of men don't respect women, because like the way you carry yourself, certain men don't wouldn't respect you. So I wish that women will have more respect for themselves and carry themselves with more dignity and pride, and there will be a lot. It will be better off for a lot of them, because it's hard to be ratchet out with you girls and whatever, or you homeboys or whatever. But when you go to certain places or you do certain things, you understand? And that's why it's only like for TikTok. Like if you go through my TikTok drafts, you will see the other side of me. But like I would never post the videos I have in my some of the videos I have in my TikTok drafts, is because like even though I don't really care what someone has to say about me, I still want to be respected. So like I cannot post a video with me dancing up on my head top, and then I go to an interview, anybody pull up the video and be like, this ain't you. No. So my advice to this question is, we women need to have more respect for ourselves. We need to appreciate ourselves more and have more respect and know when and where to do stuff. Okay, who would you be if you were in a band? Well, you didn't say particularly which band you were speaking of, but for sure, I's for sure. I if you're speaking of a Destiny's Child, I consider myself a Kelly Rowland. Like even though I'm a part of a group, I still want to pave my own way. Yeah, so I consider myself a Kelly Rowland. I mean, I might not have the Kelly face or I might not have the Kelly shape, but my level of confidence in myself, I believe that I is a Kelly Rowland. What's the best way to start a convo with you? Now I saw about 6 of these same questions, and I wrote it down because my other phone just charged. Um the best way to start a conversation with me is just to say hi. Hi, how are you? Um I wonder if such and such, and I will reply. I'm not a rude person. I'm not a messed up person. So if you want to have a conversation with me, just say hi. I have a link for my Snapchat, and on the link tree in my bio, I have a link for Snapchat, so you can message me there. And when by the time I launch Patreon, you can actually have one-on-one chat sessions with me, and I will be in. I can consider doing video calls on Patreon also, but I ain't quite sure yet. Do you consider yourself shy? Not really. It all depends. It all depends. I won't say that I'm shy, but it all depends. Like, sorry, I keep looking down because these mics got a habit of cutting out in the middle of when they're talking. So, I won't say I consider myself shy. It depends on the situation. Like, I won't say it's be shy. It's just I'd be afraid to approach certain stuff. I won't say shy. Do you trust easily? No. No. Trust is earned with me. And you only get one time to break my trust. If you break my trust and we have a conversation after that and I still feel like you don't deserve it, you ain't gonna have it. Can I follow you somewhere else? Yes, you can. Follow me on Snapchat. If you click the Real Jam Puff links tree in the bio of the Real Jam Puff on Instagram, you can see a link tree link. Click it, and you can scroll down and you can see Snapchat. Just click that, add me, and then I will accept you. I will be accepting people probably tonight or tomorrow. Who are you seriously in love with? At this current moment, I'm not in love with anyone. I have not been in love with anyone in about 2 years. I've been single for a year and some, and I have not been in love for about 2 years because I was taking time to heal myself from a past relationship. And I believe that you should go into a next relationship fully healed. You shouldn't go into a relationship unhealed because you can just project what you've been through onto the next person. So at this current moment, the only person I'm in love with is myself and God. How should I handle if someone says, I love you super quickly? Well, if someone tells you they love you super quickly and y'all now began dating and you don't feel the same way as yet, don't say thank you. Whatever you do, please don't say thank you. Or please don't say okay because I can feel bad. If you don't love them at the current moment, just, you know, when they say I love you, give them a kiss and hug them. Because if you say okay, they're gonna be like, so I not how she I love him, or I know how he I love him here, and all he can do is say okay. So please don't say okay. Please don't say thank you. When I say I love you, give them a kiss and a hug. Give them a long, passionate kiss. Don't get another little smooches. Give them a long, passionate kiss and a hug, and you should be good until you're ready to say I love you. But if they're consistently telling you it and you aren't saying it back, that can be a problem also. So make up in your mind what you want to do. The first time they say I love you and you're ready to say it, give them a long, passionate kiss and just say I appreciate you so much. You don't even know. And you're good to go until. How's life going? Life is so good. Like, life is so good. Like, I may not have everything that I want currently, but I am definitely working on it. Like, I just wake up with a lot of ideas on my brain every day, and currently I'm almost to the 50% mark of executing everything I want to do, and hopefully I become successful, and hopefully my podcast become one of the number one podcasts in the Caribbean. Is there someone that you think should apologize to you and what for? Honestly, let me be real with you. I got my hand propped up on this chair. And let me be real with you. If me and you were like this, and we are no longer like this, and we are like this, I don't care about an apology from you. I don't even care to acknowledge you in life. Like, once, like, I trying to get in your head that, like, I don't really care for apologies. I don't care for sorry, because you should, before you did what you did to me, you should have think about the consequences. Because if you are my friend or you was my partner or whatever, I'm pretty sure I told you do anything like that, I gone. So whatever it is, I don't care for apology because I've healed myself from relationships, friendships that ended that I didn't expect was gonna end. So in this current moment of my life, I do not need or care for apology. I hope that clarifies what you asked me. What would you really like to do again? Honestly, I love an airplane. I've only been on an airplane once in my life, and I love every bit of it. The the rush you get when you're in the air, and then when you land and you're in a different country, that as that breeze or that air, that other country smell hit you, it just feels something in me. And I so adventurous. My bucket list so long. Oh yeah, and that's another thing that available on my Patreon also. And I can do itineraries for them countries I just in rate them as yet. But I have so many countries I want to visit, and I would love to do it before I turn 40. I'm 26 now. So I would love to at least hit Africa, Dubai, Iceland, Scotland, and Switzerland, and in London before I die, and Paris. Yes. So I would love to travel more and more frequently. What is PCOS? PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's when your ovaries have cysts inside of them, and it makes it very hard for you to get pregnant. And when you do, you are at more risk to lose the baby than just a normal person. You have mood swings, a lot of abdominal pain, constant headaches, stress, heat flashes. So if you know a woman that has PCOS, please be gentle with her, okay? PCOS is a silent killer because it stresses you to hello. How are you doing with school at the moment or work at the moment? Currently, work is okay. School, I school is so stressful, and I have not gone back to further my education since the last time I went, and I was working. This is when it's tired. Like I can't work them start hours and go to school because there's a lot of stress. I was working 12 hours almost 5 days a week, and then trying to balance school, missing school, dropping sleep in classes. So I want to go back, and I really want to go and get a degree. But this current moment, your girl can't do it right now. But I will go back and get a degree. I promised myself that I want to go back to school and get one. So yeah. Um. So now we got I'm introducing something new to the pod. Also, it's called main event or main topic, and I saw like 7 questions asking me to speak about depression. So I can speak about that now, and then we can have 2 stories from 6 brown chicks on Instagram. And with that being said, let's begin to main topic. Sorry for the interruption, but this is going to be the trailer for my Patreon podcast launching this week. Enjoy. Morning, Patreon, and welcome to the first episode of the Patreon podcast. Only available on Patreon and only available for the 2 tiers, which is one is for $3.99 and one is for $7.99 a month. The best sexual experience, right? Oh, you didn't think it was gonna give you all just one thing, right? Join my Patreon link in bio at the Real Jam Puff on Instagram. Click the link and join my Patreon. Bye. So, main topic is depression. So, I saw like 3 people had messaged me on the anonymous link and was telling me about their personal life and with how they battle depression and stuff like that. And from a girl that I've been through a tremendous a lot of pain, and I wouldn't say that I was totally depressed or anything like that. But what I will say is that You got this. Everything is a healing journey, and you can only get help if you want it. And if you want it, I will advise you to go and speak to someone. They got plenty of therapists you could speak to. Um, I would suggest you speak to someone because you don't have to go through this battle of depression alone. Just speak to someone, and it can seem like nothing you do ain't working. Trust me, you see him, the father, he always listening. So please go and speak to someone. Depression could be a silent killer because you never know when you can feel like you're drowning or when you're gonna feel like you can't handle it. So speak to someone. Therapy, praying helped me a lot through what I've been through in life, which I will never discuss on my podcast until like I really need to get it out of my system. But currently, I am healed to the point where I'm good. But my advice to you is, if you're feeling depressed, get up. Don't stay stagnant because you can stay there. Don't stay there. Get up. It gonna hurt. It gonna hurt like hell. You gonna want give up. You gonna want just end it. Please don't end it. Find someone to talk to. Just talk to someone. Talk to somebody that you know is a good listener and they will got your back. So depression is one of the worst things anyone could go through. But please don't stay there. Get up and keep going. Pray to God, ask you for the strength you need, and talk to someone. Or you can even when I launch when I launch my Patreon, we can have one-on-one conversations, video calls. I feel like I launch the video calls for those who need someone to talk to, and yeah. Okay, with that being said, we can go into the six brown chicks. Two questions. I don't have a story for you today, so I had to get two from the six brown chicks because the two stories that I'm gonna use aren't it's too explicit to put on YouTube or TikTok. So they will be on my Patreon when I launch Patreon. So with that being said, let's get into the two stories. So this story is via Six Brown Chicks on Instagram. Mel and Sandrika agreed to a triple, now everybody pregnant and fighting. I despise them both. I want a woman who can bring me peace at home and is secure enough to know that I love other women and that each one of them has their role in my life and these females must collaborate to make me happy. men, 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 men are some of the sickest creatures on in life here to make me happy. I don't like to cheat, but females are lacking these days. If one female could cook, fuck, buy my face, clean up after me, wear etc., I wouldn't need a team. Mel and Sandrika are so busy fighting that they don't understand that I'm out looking for a team member to listen to me and be peaceful. How do I let Mel and Sandrika know that I don't want either of them know and that I'm searching for a sexy peacemaker to bring calm to my life? I feel like your problem is is it polygamy? You want a polygamy, I think that's the word. You want a polygamy relationship. I believe it's polygamy. Let me Google it so I don't be wrong. Right, polygamy. Right, polygamy. So you want a polygamy relationship. You want more than one partner. Did you tell him that you're not interested in one partner and you want more than one partner? Because It's hard to say you got two girlfriends, but they know because that could be why they're fighting. They could be like, or if they know, did you like establish the rules of your relationship? Because I don't know how polygamy is work because that could never be me. But did you? I feel you need to sit down and talk to both of them before you decide that you're done with it. But polygamy is crazy because I could never. My man could never come and tell me he want another girlfriend and got me. I'd be like, alright, go on. You ain't got me. Because I can do what I supposed to do as a girlfriend. But you ain't gonna be disrespecting me when I downstairs cooking, you upstairs tearing shit up in the bedroom. You gotta be mad. So uh, I don't know how that is work, but ain't for me. It ain't for me. It ain't for me. Next story is I'm naming names today. Chloe, 22, my former co-worker, offered me 300 plus gas and food to drive her across country from Oklahoma to Los Angeles so she could move with Ryan. So she could move in with Ryan, her long distance boyfriend. I like Chloe. I knew she was mentally off, but she taught my ear off about Ryan. So I had to do my part for their love story. She rented a U-Haul, didn't have anything in it, and we hit the road. Strange that she didn't talk to Ryan during the long drive. She said we were surprising him. Oh shit. Anyway, he drives far where and he's always busy. We were near New Mexico when Chloe revealed that her long distance boyfriend is actually a celebrity crush and that she hasn't met him in real life yet. Oh, and he's Ryan Gosling. Oh, and we are going to drive around LA and sleep in the U-Haul until we find him. Oh, and we are out of money, including the 300 she promised me. What the fuck? Her mother called and explained that Chloe watches the old film Drive, puts on her Drive replica jacket, and then hits the road to find Gosling. It's a mental breakdown. Honestly, I need to put Chloe in a mental institution because there's no way she writing like I always wonder to myself how people is like could be so obsessed with celebrities. Like they're just a normal human. Like I mean, I love The Weeknd. Like anybody that knows me knows I love The Weeknd. You understand? But I ain't obsessed with he to like follow he around and find where he live or nothing like that. Like I'm just a fan. So like how people be obsessed with celebrities is just a ick to me. Like go and get life. Oh my god. Like when I saw that story, I was like, people are sick. And like I even saw one where Drake had to build his wall of his house even taller than the normal code for the street that he lives on because people was jumping over his guard wall. Like, well, if I had money like them celebrities and they had a house like that, anybody jump over my house, you get shoot. I shooting you. And the things so weird no that if somebody try to come in your house and they get injured or they get or you shoot them or something like that, them could sue you. It's so ridiculous. But try that in the Caribbean and see what happens to y'all. Try it in the Caribbean and see what happens to y'all. So you don't end up see you floating in the ocean because I don't know. Yeah, some of y'all be crazy. I want to thank you for tuning in to the Caribbean Confessions podcast, episode 4. This one I know is a short episode today, but there are going to be a lot more coming in the future. My Patreon will be launching when the week after this launch, my Patreon will be available the following week, which will probably be the Monday. I want to thank you all for indulging in my anonymous stories and questions, sending back your feedback. I want to thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to send me anonymous stories on the anonymous link on the Caribbean Confessions podcast on Instagram or The Real Jam Puff. I have a link tree in my bio and you can click it and all the links for everything will be available. Don't forget to smile more, worry less.
She said she want gangsta, she no want silly billy. She want a man with the jackhammer with chili chili. She said the